With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
So the question is, explain the steps for extraction of copper from its ore. Write the reaction involved. Draw a neat label diagram for electrolytic refining of copper and explain the whole process. So let us start the question. So first we focus over the extraction of copper. Copper. So the first step is we have the copper pyrite, which is an ore of the copper from which copper is extracted. Copper pyrite. Which is CuFeS2. Now what happens is the ore is crushed crushed and concentrated. Crushed and sieved. Now what happens next is the ore is concentrated by flotation process because it's a sulfide ore. Concentration by flotation because it's a sulfide ore. Okay. Now what happens next is we perform roasting. We perform roasting in the reverberatory furnace in reverberatory furnace. Okay, so the reactions that are going to happen here is oxidation reactions. So sulfur get oxidized to sulfur dioxide. Arsenic will oxidize to arsenic oxide. And cop or CuFeS2 get converted into Cu2s plus 2Fes plus sulfur dioxide. Now what we do next is we take silica and we also take now we take silica plus coke and add it to roasted ore. It is added to roasted ore where what it do, it basically forms the slag. What occurs is the formation of slag like this. Smelting in blast furnace basically. In blast furnace what happens is smelting of iron. Here what happens is, sorry, let me change the color. Get converted in iron sulfide in the presence of oxygen, get converted into iron oxide, ferrous oxide, and sulfur dioxide, and FeO, which is sulfur oxide, in presence of SiO2, which is silica, get converted into FeSiO3, which is called as slag. Okay, now what happens is, now the uh, net uh, content in the mixture contains silica, METI, which is nothing but copper and FeS mixture. We pass silica to it. We pass silica to it. Now what happens is what happens is basemerization. The process basemerization will take place. What happens in this process basically, here FeS, which is present in copper METI, get oxidized to FeO, ferrous oxide plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, and FeO in the presence of silica get converted into slag, FeSiO3, slag. Okay, it can be removed out, and copper Cu2s in the presence of oxygen get reduced to 2Cu2O, get to become just 2SO2, and this both combines together. Cu2 and Cu2O both combines together under the process known as the auto reduction. Auto reduction to form copper and sulfur dioxide. Now this copper uh, as formed is called as blister copper, which is the impure one. Now, in order to purify the copper, what we employ is electrolytic refining, which is the second part of the question. Okay, so now let us discuss electrolytic refining. In electrolytic refining, basically, what we have here. We have a beaker. Here we have two electrodes. One is anode and one is cathode. Okay, so let us label the diagram. It is a beaker. Okay, this one is cathode. This one is anode. Here, cathode is made up of pure copper, where anode is impure copper. Okay, so what happens basically, and here electrolyte solution is copper sulfate plus sulfuric acid. So what happens basically here, when we do electrolysis, then copper plus two ions get into the electrolytic solution from the anode, and equivalent amount of copper plus two ion get deposited over the cathode. Okay, and in the bottom, what forms is anode mud. In this way, copper is purified. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.